Surah Ibrahim, named after the Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, is the 14th chapter of the Qur'an. It addresses various themes, including the concept of monotheism, Tawheed, the role of prophets, the consequences of disbelief, and the importance of gratitude. Here is a brief Tafseer, interpretation, of some key themes and verses in Surah Ibrahim. 1. Monotheism, Tawheed. Surah Ibrahim emphasizes the concept of monotheism and the oneness of Allah. It calls upon people to worship and obey Allah alone, rejecting all forms of polytheism and idolatry. 2. The role of prophets. The surah underscores the role of prophets as messengers of Allah who are sent to guide humanity. It highlights their missions, struggles, and the opposition they often faced. 3. The consequences of disbelief. Surah Ibrahim warns about the consequences of disbelief and disobedience to Allah. It mentions the outcomes of those who reject the guidance of God, including the loss of spiritual light and guidance. 4. Gratitude and thankfulness. The surah emphasizes the importance of gratitude and thankfulness to Allah for His blessings. It reminds believers to recognize and appreciate the numerous favors they receive from their Lord. 5. Lessons from history. Surah Ibrahim draws lessons from the stories of previous prophets and their communities. It highlights the consequences of disbelief and disobedience to God's messengers. 6. Trust in Allah's decree. The surah encourages trust in Allah's decree and the acceptance of His divine plan. It reminds believers that everything happens by Allah's will and wisdom, and they should be content with His decree. 7. Prayer and worship. Surah Ibrahim emphasizes the importance of prayer, salat, and worship as a means of drawing closer to Allah. It calls upon believers to establish regular prayers and remain steadfast in their devotion. 8. The importance of faith and patience. The surah highlights the significance of faith and patience in the face of adversity and challenges. It reminds believers that trials are tests from Allah and that they should remain steadfast in their faith. 9. Signs in the universe. Surah Ibrahim invites people to reflect on the signs of Allah in the universe, such as the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of night and day. These signs are presented as evidence of Allah's existence and creative power. 10. The call to monotheism. Throughout the surah, there is a call to monotheism, Tawheed, emphasizing the oneness of Allah and the rejection of polytheism and idol worship. In summary, Surah Ibrahim addresses themes of monotheism, the role of prophets, the consequences of disbelief, gratitude, and trust in Allah's decree. It serves as a reminder to reflect on Allah's signs, heed the guidance of His messengers, and be grateful for His blessings while maintaining faith and patience in the face of challenges.